What's happening, guys? This is my second video of the top 10 best camera or the photography apps for Android devices. So my previous videos was on the top 5 best photo editing apps. I will be coming up with more best photo editing apps very soon, and this one is for the best camera or say the photography apps. So let's go ahead and get into the review. So guys, the first one here in my list is the Snap camera. Just a moment. So the interface of this camera is pretty much like the Jelly Bean camera, the stock Jelly Bean camera. You have this shooting mode, the image mode and the shooting mode here, and you can jump onto your additional settings from here. So I'll just come back to it in a moment. So guys, with this camera, it's really very easy to use with a single hand. You can just touch to focus, okay, like this, and you can just take any image. Okay, and you can just pinch in to zoom like this, so that works. Again, moving on to settings, you have this you can rotate your camera, you can disable the shutter sound, and you can create this grid kind of lines and so on. Again, you can move on to this HDR mode here. That's the high dynamic range, enhances colors and so on. So there you see. You also can do various settings from here. You can increase the contrast, decrease the contrast, or just go with the neutral colors. Again, you can zoom in and zoom out from here. You can go on to your additional settings like the picture size, video quality. It's right now it's in this 720p. Let's choose the full HD. Scene mode, you have various scene modes like the action, portrait, landscape, night portrait, theater, beach, snow, and so on. So many scenes to select from. Again, the burst mode, you have the burst mode. Focus mode, you can select between the auto, macro, and continuous. So guys, what I would like to mention here is in the focus mode, I like the fact that we have the continuous option as well, but with other cameras we just have the auto and the macro mode, basically. So we have the JPEG quality, effects as well. We have so many effects. Okay, so now you see now I go back, so that's the change, this poster kind of effect to it. So again, going on to settings, so we have so many additional settings here like the volume keys, preview size. So you can just go ahead and do your basic setup for this camera before you start using it. You can also do this additional setup for your video as well, the video settings, focus mode, video snapshot, and so on. A video snapshot is while taking any video, you can also take the snapshot. Let me just quickly show it to you. Say I go on to this video mode. There you go. This is how it works. So guys, here you also can do your additional setup for your various lighting conditions like the sunlight, okay, the fluorescent light, the tungsten light, and the overcast weather and so on. Here we have the auto light, that's the auto adjustment. So guys, this camera is really easy to use. You can just touch to focus and you can just start taking images or videos. So that's really nice. So that's my number one. So guys, the next one in my list is the Camera FB5. This camera seems really professional. Right from the interface, you have really professional kind of interface here. You can set it down from here. You also have the system battery percentage displaying. You can shoot the image with this button. You also can increase and decrease the brightness of your scene. You cannot find it out in the camera right now, but if you use this camera, you will see the change. You can do that setup. Again, you can increase and decrease your exposure compensation. You can choose the sensor sensitivity from here, and you also can do your additional settings for your light metering mode. You have this focus mode, the macro, smile shot, and so on. You also have this white balance mode for various lighting conditions. You can enable and disable flash from here. You have additional settings. You can enable the timer mode, anti-shake, and so on. So guys, from here you can set up your exposure value as well, and you also can do your additional setup for this camera from the settings menu. You have this general camera settings, photo encoding settings, viewfinder, and so on. So let's go on to general. So image resolution, long exposure resolution, and the camera settings from here. So you can do you can play around with these settings, and you can do your setup as per your conditions. So that's a really professional camera here. So that's my number 2. The next one in my list is the Camera 360. Again, this is another cool application for taking your photos. The interface is completely different from all the other cameras. You can touch to focus, and you can slide this slider to zoom in and zoom out. So again, if you move this setup button, this is the button you can use for taking images like this. Okay, and you can choose from a lot of effects here at the bottom. Again, you can save it, you can share it, or you can give in additional effects to it. You also can delete this image directly from this dustbin icon here. Anyway, going back, if you move this slider to the left, you have additional effects. You have this random effect, enhanced, magic skin, HDR, sketch, and so on. If you move this to right, we have this various templates, the one you get with this Photofania, these kind of templates here. So that's really nice. Again, you can enable your flash from here and disable it as well. You also can you also have this torch option with this camera, so that's a really good add-on here. You also can choose the focus mode, the auto, and the macro. You can swap your cameras from here. Okay, so you also can give in the timers and stuff, and you can move on to this additional settings from here. So you have this white balance and so on from here. Whether you are taking the picture in the daylight, you can do that setup from there. So guys, here we also have the screen shoot mode. So once this is on, okay, now you do anything, it's recorded. Okay, so that's a really nice add-on again. So you have this volume and so on for the shutter sounds and stuff. You have this image stabilizer. You can do your additional setup for your exposure value and so on. Moving on to advanced setup here, smart use. You can do your additional settings for the smart HD improvement, auto save when back. This means when you press the back button, the picture or the video will be automatically saved and so on. So you can just play around with all these settings. You can do your settings for your photos, as in the photo quality, photo size, and so on. You also can do this for your camera settings. So you can play around with the settings and give in your required settings as per the conditions. So that's my number 3 there. So guys, the next one here in my list is the Split Camera HD. So with this camera, you have 2 screens, as in the interface is divided into 2 screens, and you can just either do this horizontal, the landscape mode, or the vertical mode. Okay, and you also can select the space, as in the area, for the first frame and the second frame. You can swap the cameras, as in you can use the front facing camera. You can enable or disable flash. You also can set your timer so that it will automatically capture images, and you can use this button to take the image. So let me just quickly show you an example how it exactly works. So I just took these pictures from my room here, and this app is better. Say if you take one image with a certain pose on one frame, and in the another frame you can use a different pose, and then you can combine it. You also have this blending options, so that the image feels fading to the second frame. You can just choose the level, as you can see the change, and you also can add various effects to it. Okay, and once done, you can hit the save button. So this is really good, particularly when you upload pictures on your Facebook, Twitter, and so on. So that's really nice. So that's my number 4. So the last one for this video is the Paper Camera. Guys, this is much of an fun app. It's a fun camera app because you have so many cool effects. The whole thing seems like it's as if it's painted or sketched. You have so many you have so many effects to choose from: bleaching, Gotham Noir, and so on. Here at the bottom, you can change it from here. You also can swap the cameras. You can go on to additional setup. You also have this contrast setting, brightness settings, and lines setting here, and you can swap to video mode and the image mode. Okay, and once you're done, you can start taking images from here. So a really cool app, I'd say. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all for this app. So guys, that's all for this video. I'll be coming up with more cool applications, camera applications, as well as other applications for Android devices. So stay tuned for more. Please subscribe, and you guys have a great day. Bye bye now.